Today, I am reviewing the Netgear 8-port 2.5G multi-gigabit Ethernet. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. If you have been struggling with slow file transfers between your home server and your desktop, or if you are tired of your network bottlenecking every time you try to move large video files around, you have probably realized that the standard gigabit switch just does not cut it anymore. I have been testing the Netgear 8-port 2.5G multi-gigabit Ethernet unmanaged switch, model MS308, for the past few weeks, and I want to give you a very honest breakdown of whether this is the upgrade you actually need, or if it is just an expensive piece of hardware sitting on your desk. If you want to see the current pricing or check out the technical specifications for yourself, there are links in the description below the video that will take you straight to the product page. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Why would you spend the money on a 2.5 gigabit switch when you can find a standard gigabit switch for a fraction of the cost? The answer is simple. If you're doing anything beyond casual web browsing and streaming Netflix, 1 gigabit is starting to feel like a dial-up connection in a fiber optic world. I found that when I was pulling raw footage off my NAS to edit in Premiere, the standard gigabit connection was the single biggest bottleneck in my workflow. Moving to the MS308 made a noticeable difference. It is not just about the theoretical speed, it is about the sustained throughput. When you have multiple devices hitting the network at once, having that extra headroom is a game changer. The build quality of this unit is exactly what you would expect from Netgear. It is a solid metal chassis. There is no cheap plastic feel here, and that is important because these switches tend to get warm. The metal casing acts as a heat sink, which leads me to one of its best features. This thing is completely fanless. I have it sitting on my desk right next to my monitor, and I have never heard a peep out of it. If you're someone who works in a quiet home office or you are trying to keep your recording space silent, the lack of a cooling fan is a massive win. You do not have to worry about fan noise degrading over time or dust buildup in the blades. Setup is as straightforward as it gets. This is an unmanaged switch, which means there is no software interface, no IP address to configure, and no headache. You literally plug in your power cable, plug in your Ethernet cables, and it works. I tested this with a mix of Cat5e and Cat6 cables that I have had running through my walls for years, and it handled them all perfectly. It auto-negotiates the speed, so if you have an older device that only supports 1 gigabit, it will drop down to that speed without you having to touch a single setting. It is the definition of plug and play. However, I need to be clear about who this is not for. If your internet service provider is only giving you a 300 megabit plan and you only have one device connected to your network, buying the switch is a complete waste of money. You will see zero performance gains in your web browsing or your streaming quality. This switch is designed for people who have a local network infrastructure that can actually utilize the extra bandwidth. You need devices that support 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, like modern motherboards, high-end NAS units, or Wi-Fi 7 access points. If your devices are stuck on standard gigabit ports, the switch will work, but you'll be paying a premium for speed you cannot actually access. If you're curious about whether your current hardware is compatible, you can check the links below to see if your devices meet the requirements. One thing that surprised me during testing was the power consumption. Netgear advertises this as energy efficient, and it seems to hold up to that claim. Even when I was pushing heavy traffic through all 8 ports while transferring a massive library of archival footage, the unit stayed relatively cool to the touch. It utilizes the IEEE 802.3az standard, which essentially puts ports into a lower power state when they are not actively transmitting data. It is a small detail, but if you are running a home lab that is powered on 24/7, those little power savings add up over the course of a year. Now, let us talk about the mounting. It comes with the ability to be wall-mounted, which is great if you're trying to keep your cables tidy in a utility closet or behind a desk. I personally prefer the desktop placement because the rubber feet on the bottom keep it from sliding around when you are pulling on the cables. One minor disappointment is the placement of the ports. They are all on the back, which is great for cable management, but it does mean you have to deal with the power cable coming out of the side or the back depending on how you orient it. It is a minor aesthetic gripe, but in a very tight space, the cable management can get a little cramped. When we talk about value, it is a bit of a mixed bag. The Netgear MS308 is not the cheapest 2.5G switch on the market. You can find generic brands on various websites that will offer the same port count for less money. However, what you are paying for here is reliability and brand reputation. With those cheaper, unbranded switches, I have encountered issues with heat management, intermittent dropped packets, and firmware bugs that you just cannot fix. With the Netgear, it just works. It is stable, it is reliable, and it has been running in my setup for weeks without a single reboot or hiccup. For a professional or a power user who cannot afford network downtime, that peace of mind is worth the extra cost. Another thing to consider is the size. It is surprisingly compact for an 8-port switch. It does not take up much real estate on a desk, which is a big plus for anyone with limited workspace. But because it is compact and made of metal, it is also surprisingly heavy for its size. That sounds like a contradiction, but it is actually a good thing. It feels like a piece of industrial equipment rather than a disposable consumer gadget. If you do decide to wall mount it, Just make sure you are using decent anchors, as it will put a bit of weight on whatever surface you are attaching it to. I also want to touch on the auto negotiation. Sometimes, these switches struggle when you mix and match different speeds, especially with older legacy hardware. I connected a mix of devices, ranging from a brand new desktop with a 2.5G card to an old printer and a smart home hub that only operates at 100 megabits. The switch handled the transition between those speeds flawlessly. I did not experience any handshake issues where a device would fail to connect or be forced to a lower speed than it was capable of. That is the kind of boring, reliable performance you want from a network component. Let us be honest about the potential disappointments. If you are expecting this to magically fix your Wi-Fi speeds, you're going to be disappointed. This is a wired switch. It will help move data between your wired devices, but it will do absolutely nothing for your wireless connectivity. Also, if you are looking for advanced features like VLAN tagging, link aggregation, or port mirroring, this is not the switch for you. This is an unmanaged switch, and it stays unmanaged. If you are a network engineer who needs to segment your traffic or monitor bandwidth usage per port, you need to look at managed switches, which are going to cost significantly more and require a much steeper learning curve. Another point to keep in mind is the port count. 8 ports sounds like a lot, but if you have a home office, a NAS, a few game consoles, and a smart home controller, you fill up 8 ports faster than you think. I found myself wishing there were a few more ports, but for most home users, 8 is the sweet spot. If you think you might expand your network in the future, you might want to consider if you have the budget to daisy chain another switch, or if you should just invest in a larger rack mount unit from the start. I also want to mention the power adapter. It is a wall wart style plug. Depending on your power strip layout, it might block adjacent outlets. I hate when manufacturers do this, and it is a common frustration with these types of desktop switches. If you have limited space on your power strip, you might need to grab a short extension cable or a different power strip layout to accommodate it. It is a small annoyance, but it is one that you will notice the second you go to plug it in. When you look at the landscape of network gear, Netgear usually positions their products as the middle ground between budget-tier junk and enterprise-grade hardware that costs thousands of dollars. This MS308 fits perfectly into that mold. It is accessible enough for the average enthusiast who wants to speed up their local network, but it is robust enough to handle a heavy workload. If you are a content creator, a video editor, or someone who runs a home server, this is exactly the kind of hardware you should be looking at. To summarize, the strengths are the build quality, the silent fanless operation, the consistent 2.5 gigabit throughput, and the sheer simplicity of the plug-and-play design. The weaknesses are the lack of managed features, the potentially intrusive power adapter, and the fact that it is an investment that only makes sense if you have the hardware to back it up. If you are on the fence, check the links below to see the current price. Sometimes these go on sale, and at a discounted price, the value proposition becomes a lot more attractive. I have spent a lot of time testing different switches, and I have had my fair share of failures. I have had switches that overheat in the middle of a file transfer, and switches that require a hard reset every few days. I have not had a single one of those issues with this Netgear unit. It is boring, and in the world of networking, boring is exactly what you want. You want to plug it in, forget it exists, and have your data move as fast as possible. That is what the MS308 delivers. If you are currently running a gigabit network and you feel like you are hitting a wall, take a look at your devices. If you have the ports, this is a very straightforward upgrade. It is not going to change your life, but it is going to save you a lot of time waiting for progress bars to finish. And in the world of professional work and home media management, time is the one thing we can never get back. If you have any questions about how this fits into a specific network setup, feel free to drop them in the comments, but definitely take a look at the links below to see the full specs and current availability. It is a solid piece of hardware that does exactly what it says on the box, which is becoming a rarer thing these days. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you decide if it is time to make the jump to 2.5 gigabit networking.